friends, Erica here, coming to you live from my Calyx unit, ready for part 2 of episode 4, technically episode 5, where we put it all together from start to finish. So I'm going to hop on the digitalpress.co, I'm going to buy some supplies, I'm going to load them onto my phone, I'm going to layer the elements together, and I'm going to create a page of some sort. Alright, so I am on the digitalpress.co. As you can see, there's tons and tons of things that you can search for. So I have already downloaded a collection that I just recently purchased called Silver Linings. What the Digital Press does is it splits it up by category. So as you can see, Silver Linings populates journal cards, papers, elements, kit, and then the bundle. If you want the whole kit and caboodle, you don't hit kit, you hit bundle. So let's pretend that I would like to purchase the whole bundle. It does give you helpful previews so you can see exactly what it is that it's broken down into and what you're getting. It also states it below. So you'll see exactly what you're getting: 12 digital papers, roller painted chipboard, etc. So let's go ahead and add it to the cart. And let's pretend that I'm checking out. I have paid for it, and then I have gotten the email from the Digital Press. You want to look for the email subject that says download keys, because that's going to have the link where it's going to allow you to download your files. So it's going to take us back, and it's going to have these 3 files on the right: elements, journal cards, and papers. So what you're going to do is click all of these links, and they're going to download into your phone. I have already done that, so I'm going to head on over to my files. You see they're already downloaded in here, but for the sake of the exercise, I'm going to show you how I did that. So these 3 files right here, HC Silver Linings, it's broken down into elements, papers, and journal cards, just like it was on the website. So what I'm going to do is press and hold the file and hit my menu. My menu is located in the top right hand corner, and then I'm going to hit extract to. I personally highly suggest creating folders on your phone to help keep track of where your files are. So here's my folder. DLS stands for downloads, and I have a paper folder. So that's where my paper goes. I would like to create a new folder for that. I'm going to hit extract, and it's going to extract all of the elements in there. So as you can see, they're all in there. For the most part, they're all .png images. And now I'd like to create my project. So I'm going to head on over to PicsArt. This is what it looks like. It is very heavy with ads, something to keep in mind, but it's an awesome app and it's free, so you can't really beat that. So I'm going to exit out of this ad. I'm going to create this top photo right here. Okay, so I'm going to select my photo, and I'm going to get started. So first, right off the bat, so smartphones take photos in different ratios than you would expect to see in a printed photo. So right off the bat, I want to adjust that by hitting Tools and then Crop. And I'm going to select the 3:2 ratio. If I need to change the orientation, I just hit it again, but this is perfect. So now I'm going to be able to see that this is exactly what my printed photo will look like. So I'm going to hit the check mark here in the top right hand corner. And now I'm going to add my photos. So I'm going to take the top bar, scroll it until I see add photo. I'm going to select that and add some elements. It allows you to add up to 10 elements at a time, and I'll explain that in a second. Let's see, there we go. Okay, so we have our 3 elements here, and I'm going to discuss what you can do with some of them. Okay, so I'm going to start with the sun. Obviously you can move it around, you can rotate it, you can resize it, whatever you'd like. So this guy is going to live right up here. This guy is going to come right over here, and I'm just going to rotate it a little bit. But let's say, for example, this element, you couldn't see the. So I would want to organize the order of it. So I can do that with the top bar, the 2 pieces that look like layers. You're going to select that button. Those are the layers, and you can move it down, you can move it up, you can even duplicate it, which comes in handy for December daily if you need a multiples of number or multiples of an element like stars. So let's say, for example, that's good. don't hit the top right check mark while you're editing your photo. At least that's my suggestion, because after you do that, you cannot move your elements, you cannot edit them. The only caveat I will say to this is that sometimes I have worked on a project and I've taken a little bit too long or switched between screens, and I have had the app crash on me and I had to start all over, but it's not a huge deal. It is a free app, so I don't mind. So with that being said, every time you hit the check mark, you can add 10 more elements. So that's what I meant by you can add up to 10 elements at a time. Every time you hit the check mark, you can add 10 more elements after that. I would like to edit that, so you can change the opacity of your element. You can crop it uniquely, so if you want to crop out certain parts of the photo, you can do that. Now here you can hit the check mark, just not on this screen. You can add a shadow, so let's add a shadow. You can adjust the positioning, you can adjust the color, and now I would like to change the color because it's looking a little drab. So what you can do is head on over to Effects in the bottom bar, and you can't choose the exact color you would like, but it does have these really fun and bright overlays that will affect the color of the element. So let's say, for example, that looks perfect. You can add a stroke or a border to your elements. So I'm gonna add that, and I'm going to go to this element, and just as a practice run, I'm going to change the, you know what, I'm going to add a shadow, and I'm going to add a stroke. Let's make it a thin one. So additional things that you can do with this app is you can add text. It does have a lot of free fonts. Some of them are paid. You can change the color of your font. You can add a gradient to your text. You can add a texture. You can give it a border. Obviously you can resize it. You can change the opacity. You can apply the blending. You can add a shadow. You can bend your text. So it's a pretty awesome app. I don't want to keep this text, so I'm going to hit the Xbox. You can also add a call out button. You can add a sticker, which I don't normally do, but if you would like to, you can search for a bunch of different elements on here. You can add a sticker. Some of them have transparent backgrounds, some don't. Some of them are free, some of them are paid. Well, that's actually kind of cute. Okay, but I don't want this on top, so then again, I would head to the top bar and just move it down. Keep moving it down. Okay, so I'm pretty set with my photo, so I'm now going to hit the check mark at the top right hand corner, and I'm going to save my photo into my gallery. So I hit the arrow again, and then I hit save at the bottom, and it has now saved into my gallery. I'm going to head on over to my photo, I'm going to load it, and I'm going to print it. So I'm going to send it to my Epson printer. There we go. I'm going to make sure my photo paper is loaded and the correct size in the top right hand corner, 4x6. Yep, we're good to go. So all that would be left would be to hit print in the bottom right hand corner, and I would print a perfectly sized 4x6 photo to place in my 8x6 album. And that's it. It's pretty simple from start to finish. If there are any confusing parts, you have additional feedback, or you are an expert, feel free to leave your feedback in the comment below. Otherwise, thanks for stopping by. Thanks so much. Bye.